And we are live. Hello, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all feeling well. Thank you very, very much for being here. Today is Friday, June 20th. Tomorrow's the longest day of the year, equinox or solstice. I think it's a solstice, if I'm not mistaken. But it's pretty awesome. It's a beautiful day today here on the East Coast of the United States of America, ready to have an awesome live stream with each and every one of you. So again, it is Friday, June 20th, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you all very much for being here. Happy summer solstice. And we're going to dive in. So the intention of today's live stream, which by the way is going to end with a really, really awesome special announcement. So make sure to stay till the end if you want to hear all about it. But the intention of today's live stream is just a general overarching Q&A, whatever questions you have, whatever has been lingering, whatever it may be on any topics. And generally, how this goes, it's pretty simple. If I know the answer, I'll share it. If I don't know the answer, I'll say I don't know. And if I can't answer for any reason, I'll say I can't answer. Those are the only real rules and ground rules here. But the way that this goes is an open forum, an open conversation, and just a time to have a good time all together and bring the community together. So before we dive in, I want to ask you all, before you start asking your questions, where are you tuning in from anywhere around the world? Whether it's a city, state, country, village, town, continent, whatever it may be, where are you tuning in from wherever you are around the world? And the reason why I ask that, as usual, is because I want to see where everybody's tuning in from. I want to bring the community together. So I see right over here in Ontario, Canada, we got Montreal, Quebec. We got Rhode Island, Minnesota, Montana, Ocala, Florida, Illinois, Pennsylvania, Norway, Montana, um, Israel, Canada, Greece, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Israel again, London, Kentucky, Utah, Ireland, Virginia, London, Texas, Canada, Michigan, Loveland, Colorado, another Israel, three so far, Portugal, Alberta, Washington, Virginia, Montana, Texas, and the list goes on and on. So again, the reason why I always like starting that way is because I really want to see where everybody's tuning in from. Why are you guys here? I know you're here to get your questions answered, but where are you all tuning in from? And so on and so forth. So basically, what we're going to do here today is answer questions. And the way that we're going to do that is the general format of bringing people together and one simple rule. If you want me to answer a question, simply ask your question, put a semicolon, and ask your question. That way, I'll be able to decipher between the questions and the comments. And from there, wherever it goes, we could take it from there. So I do see some questions that we'll start with, and we will take it from there. So the first one is, when are you going to show the full interview with Ray about angels and demons in the land of darkness? So pieces of that are on YouTube right now, but if you do want to watch the full interview, you can do that on Unified TV. So that is for members on Unified TV. Make sure to check it out right there on Unified TV, unified.tv. There's also some really, really exciting things coming out as well regarding just some incredible content on the platform, including a brand new episode all about the truth behind Disney and what's really going on there, with James O'Keefe himself doing an investigation exclusively on Unified TV. So make sure to check that out. It's coming out in a few days, I believe in about 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, on June 23rd, there's a really, really powerful video that's coming out. It's a full movie, cost a lot of money and a lot of time to put together, but it's a movie called Becoming Superhuman, which I'll speak about closer to the end of this live stream as part of the special announcement. So let's keep going over here. Kelly, I'm thinking of getting a light system unit for healing at home. I don't understand the difference between the cube and the pyramid. In short, the difference is in terms of the photonic output and the strength itself. So let's talk about the differences in general. The light system has multiple different products. There is the cube, there's the pyramid, there's the 12 unit, the 24 unit, the 32 unit, and a few cool ones in between there. The main differences between all of them is, number one, the amount of programs you can run simultaneously. So the more screens you have, the more programs you can run simultaneously. Both the pyramid and the cube, right now as it stands, have one program synchronized on all screens. But if you look at the size of the pyramid and the size of the cube, you will see different size screens, different screen output, different screen area size, if you want to call it that. So the pyramid is about 2 times the size. It is much bigger. Therefore, it does have a larger, what they call photonic output. The bigger the screen, the more photons, the more photons, the more power. So the cube is about 12 inches by 12 inches. The pyramid is 27 inches. And of course, the bigger units just have a lot more screen power. So you're talking about 27 inches multiplied across 12 screens, 24 screens, 32 screens, and so on and so forth. So the main difference between the cube and the pyramid is the size and the photonic output power. But they both run one program simultaneously, while you can still choose which program you want to run. So you could still run all 16 programs, just not simultaneously. You would run them one at a time, or there's a specific function on the program that allows you to cycle through all 16 programs over a period of time. But again, that's not done simultaneously. So I hope that answers your question, Kelly. Of course, one of the other differences is the cube is less than half the price. The pyramid is more, but it is bigger, stronger, more photonic output, and it goes from there in terms of the bigger system. So that's your answer about the light system. And if you do want to learn more about that, you can go to the light systems, in plural, the lightsystems.com, to learn more about the technology. There's also some really awesome studies that were done, preliminary studies that were done using multiple different diagnostic tools. So before I go to the rest of the questions, I want to share a little bit about that, because all of this was done just the other day on June 14th, in a really, really cool setting in the warehouse where a bunch of people showed up. So what was done in the warehouse in Florida, specifically on quite a large sample size, there were about 70 people that were there and different studies that were actually done. There were different diagnostic tools. So the first one is called the BioWell, which, if you don't know what it is, look up BioWell. It's a diagnostic tool to read the energy of the body and different levels within the body, all the way from chakras to organs to different energy centers. From there, they also use something called the neural check. The neural check is one of my favorites, actually. It's a very in-depth diagnostic tool that gives you a lot of information. And both the BioWell study and the neural check study is still being compiled, so the data can be understood and then shared in an easy to understand way for everybody that is interested. The one that's ready right now, which is more of a fun one, and it gets to show you the energetic field of the individual, is based on aura cameras and aura scanners. So it's used through biofeedback tools where you place your hand on certain diagnostic tools that allow the system to read your energy before and after. So I'm going to pull up something over here to show you both an individual study and a study on 16 different individuals simultaneously. So this one that you're going to see over here is a comparative analysis on one individual, and it shows the before and after effects of 3 hours, as you can see, 3 hours in a 32 unit configuration of the light system technology, June 14th, 2025, using the assessment tool called the Aura Video Station 7, located in Miami, Florida. And as you can see, the purpose of the study is to basically present a comparative analysis of the energetic state before and after a 3-hour session with a 32 unit light system, using what we just said, the Aura Video Station 7 diagnostics tool. And it shows the aura, color, chakra activity, energy balance, and mental emotional coherence before and after those 3 hours. What you can see over here is the aura on this individual beforehand. Beyond the color, here is the explanation. So it's focused on creativity, emotional expression, and adventurous energy, very outgoing. It does show more head-dominant energetic flow, indicating excessive mental activity, and it does show slight emotional imbalances observed in the chakra distribution. Now that's before. After is right over here. And if you read it, it will say the following, which you can read on screen with me. Indicates intellectual clarity, structured thought, and refined emotional expression, balanced energy distribution across all chakras, whereas before it was imbalanced. It specifically enhanced the crown and heart chakra activity specifically. And there was a transition from an expressive adventurer to a focused and introspective personality. And this will be the summary comparison. So this is before the session. This is after the session. And these are all the parameters. So it shows you the color. It talks about the energy state. It went from vibrant and active to calm and grounded, which is what we've been seeing as a general state of an outcome of what people experience here. They go from being very excited to being very calm and grounded. It went from expressive but scattered to refined and focused. It went from slightly imbalanced to more aligned and bright. The yin yang balance went from left dominant to more balanced across the board. And the mind body spirit synchronization went from mental, heavy, and expressive to evenly distributed. So it's all about synchronicity and balance. Homeostasis, that's what health really is, balanced energy. Whereas disease is imbalanced energy. That's what's going on here. And the conclusion says this comparative analysis demonstrates a significant shift in the individual's energetic and psychological profile after engaging with the Light Systems 32-unit session. The observed movement from the heightened physical activity to mental clarity and emotional balance reflects the Light System's influence on coherence, chakra alignment, and inner equilibrium. These results align with the known functions of the light system, including photonic stimulation, electromagnetic field synchronization, and vibrational enhancement. So that's an individual. Now the question is, what happens on a larger sample size? What happens when you do it on, let's say, 16 people? And that's what this one is all about, which is pretty awesome. So as you can see right over here, this is a comparative analysis before and after the light system exposure on 16 individuals, roughly 3 hours per participant, 32-unit light system, or a video station 7 in Miami, Florida on the same day, June 14th, 2025. And the introduction is the same thing. The methodology is more or less the same way. So participants were scanned using the Aura Video Station 7, a device that measures electrodermal activity through hand sensors. This is the biofeedback loop, to analyze aura color and chakra activity. The assessment includes aura color interpretation, chakra size, aura size, emotional and energetic metrics, and balance indicators. Each session includes a pre and post scan comparison to determine any shifts in energetic states. And this is user 1 all the way to user 16, focusing on the before color, the after color, and the key shift. And when you look at the overall observations, this is, by the way, the raw data showing you the before and after effects on these individuals across the board. But when you look at the general observations, we'll say the data demonstrates a consistent pattern of positive energetic transformation following exposure to the light system. Many individuals experience a transition from more grounded or analytical aura colors towards those associated with emotional balance, spiritual growth, or intellectual clarity. Aura sizes generally increased or remained stable, while chakra activity showed improvement in alignment and energy flow. And the conclusion was, this study suggests that short-term exposure to the light system may enhance participants' energetic balance, emotional clarity, and overall vitality. Changes in aura color, chakra harmony, and relaxation indicators support the hypothesis that such technology can serve as a tool for holistic wellness. So those are the two that were done right now. And there are many more that are going to be coming out in the near future. But it's some really cool stuff that I look forward to sharing with all of you, because it's more than just saying, what are you feeling? It's more so about, and I'm not, discrediting feeling in any way, but what can be measured, what can be shown with empirical evidence and empirical data. And that's exactly what we're aiming to do right now. That's what the light system is aiming to do right now. And I'm on the journey to make it happen, because it's some really cool stuff, and it aligns with my mission of getting people to live healthier lives and higher quality lives. So that's a much deeper dive on your question, Kelly, beyond just the difference between the cube and the pyramid, but it actually gives you insights into what's truly going on, which is super exciting to be able to see. All righty, let's keep going. More questions about the light system. That's interesting. Are they unified? Well, they're not unified. They're the light system pyramids, programmed with affirmations, using the amazing why before the statement. So these affirmations are something you can actually see for yourself. When you click a certain key on the keyboard as part of the programming manual, it will show you all the different affirmations, all the different linguistics. You can choose from 4 different linguistic patterns. And while doing that, you can also literally program your own intentionality of up to 64 characters of what you're looking to program into the system for what you're looking for specifically. So that's very, very, very exciting stuff, which I'm super happy to be able to present to the world. Okay. Question from Jordi Estrada. There are spiritual teachers who are more gifted, their path is authentic and more special than yours. How do you master your own jealousy and what you recommend others to stay on path? So, Jordi, if you're feeling jealous of other individuals that you feel are more gifted or in a higher path than yours, I think you got to change your perspective because number one, an individual who's on that path does their best to stay away from jealousy altogether because jealousy comes from the consciousness of basically saying, we are separate and you are better. And that's not what's going on here with anybody in the world. As a matter of fact, on a personal level, when I see somebody, and I'll give you an example, somebody like Robert Edward Grant, I see him as an incredible teacher, somebody that is way more gifted than myself in many, many ways. And there's a lot to learn from him. There's zero jealousy in that relationship. But jealousy is actually transmuted into inspiration, awe, looking at him and saying, what can I learn from you? How can I take what you're doing and kind of put it through my own filter and share it with my own gifts while you're doing what you're doing with your gifts? And if we can do that in our own unique way, there's no room for jealousy in the world. There's only a place for inspiration, for awe, for wow. If you can do that, then what can I do knowing that I'm a part of you and you're a part of me? We're all in it together. Just because we seem to be separate from one another on the level of the body doesn't mean we are. And when we can change jealousy into inspiration and awe of another individual to understand what they can do, show me what I'm capable of doing, it changes the whole equation of what can actually be done. So let's keep going. All righty. I'm just looking at the questions over here. Is there a program? This is from Jennifer Dickman. Is there a program for special needs kids to receive discounts at the Light System centers? I would love to try it for my sons. So the Light System does not own the Light System centers. The way that it works is there are individual center owners that run that. And what you could do is you can reach out to those individuals and explain what you're looking for and work on an individual basis with what they're willing to provide. I can tell you this. They're all amazing people. All the center owners are amazing people, and they're in it for the right reasons. At the same time, they need to be able to support their business. So if they can, I'm sure they will. But just reach out to them, work with them, explain the situation, and see where it takes you. But that's really up to them. It's not up to Unified. It's not up to the Light System. It's not up to anybody else. All righty. Question from Dylan Aronson. When will pages 236 to 739 of Rays of Light be released to the public? I can't wait to read it. Well, my answer is the same. I can't wait to read it either because I haven't been given all of those pages. But the second I'm given them and I'm given permission to be able to share them, I will do just that. It will happen at some point in the future. To be honest, I haven't been pressing on that much because the last few months of my life have been a very large adventure of what's been going on and just dealing with a bunch of stuff. So that's not where my focus is. And I know when I press for that a little more, I'm able to get a little bit more as well. So I will do that when the time comes. I just need some more time to be able to make some more time in my life to make something like that happen. But of course, I need to receive it myself first. I need to read it. And from there, it will need to be translated. And from there, it will go out to the entire world. All righty. Let's keep going. Same answer to Donald Combs. Have you been able to make any progress on the Rays of Light chapter that you did receive or chapters you have that needed to be translated? Do you have any idea when we will get it? So no, I have not made any progress on that. Again, things have just been crazy in various different ways. I'm sure many, many people know what I'm talking about, but that's why I haven't gotten to it yet. So I will. It does need to be translated in the proper way. It is very high Hebrew that I don't even understand myself, but from the translation is when we'll be able to actually share it. So I will get to that point when I can, but we are not quite there yet. Okay. How do you turn light into a Fibonacci sequence? How do you assign a number to a color? It's a very interesting question. So the Fibonacci sequence is a set of numbers. And the movement of light in general, this is a general statement, the movement of light can be coded by the Fibonacci sequence. So let's say you take 0, 1, 1, 2, 3. This is the Fibonacci sequence: 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. What is it? 13, 20, 34, and then 34 plus 21, which I guess is 55, and 55 plus 34, and it keeps going, and so on and so forth. So that's the Fibonacci sequence. Now, how do you program that into the movement of light? You do it in the unit of seconds. So what that means is you would literally take light moving on a screen, down for 1 second, up for 1 second, down for 2, up for 3, down for 5, up for 8, down for 13, up for 21, down for 34, up for 55, and so on and so forth. And you're using the movement of light as a means to express the Fibonacci sequence. So that's basically a way to do it. But what we need to understand is that number, color, sound are not different things. They're all the same exact thing expressed in a different way. Now, that's a conversation for a different day, but in short, to be able to explain that in kind of a simple way, color and sound, two same things expressed in different ways. Why do I say there's the same things? Because they're all made up of energy. Energy measured in different units. So sound is measured in hertz, and color is measured in nanometers, the wavelength. So that's the difference between red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. And if you take the wavelength, the nanometer, and you convert the nanometer to hertz, that's how you convert color to sound. Same thing with everything else in the world. You need to take the unit and convert it into another unit, almost like taking a foot and converting it into a meter. Two different languages, same different things, based on the same thing, expressed differently. So that's kind of the big picture over there in terms of the overarching understanding of how things like that work. Let me just find a question over here that I was meaning to come back to. So Lunicus says, I was interested in getting my son in the Centner School, but it's located in Miami. Are you considering collaborating with her education system and bring it on your unified TV platform? So it's something that I thought about. Of course, it's up to Layla herself. She's a very good friend of mine. I always call her a sister. She calls me a brother. We're very, very close. I don't know how possible that will be in the short term. Maybe it's something that will be more possible in the long term, but it's not something that we're actively focused on right now because she's busy, I'm busy, and we're only two people. But maybe if we get some more people on it, we could see what's possible over there. Okay. A lot of people always ask this question, how can I become a part of TLS? And I always give the same answer, and I'll give it again. It's not a matter of becoming a part of something, regardless of this organization or any other organization. The point is aligning with a mission. What is the mission? It's not about a self-serving mission. It's about a mission that makes this world a better place. And if you're doing that, you are aligned with that mission. The part of am I formally a part of it or not is really not important. And if you're focused on that, you're not aligned with the mission because that part is more of like the ego part of you saying, I want to be a part of something, forgetting that you're already a part of something. The question is, what are you doing in your day to day to make this world a better, healthier, and more calm, peaceful, and loving place? And if you're doing that, you're a part of the mission. That's the whole point. So keep that in mind when it comes to, really asking questions like that of how do I become a part of something? If you're approached, that's between you and them. But what it really does come down to is understanding that it's all about aligning with a specific mission. Let's keep going. Yeah, some people say, oh, good grief. Come on, how do people still ask this? Well, you got to remember, Lynn, a lot of people are new here. There are new people here all the time. We get new subscribers on this channel all the time. So it's not a matter of, it's a matter of understanding where everybody is and understanding that not everybody saw all the past videos and everybody comes on this journey at a different point. So we just got to keep that in mind. That's why I'm patient with it. And I always answer the questions, even though they're repetitive sometimes, but I always do my best to answer the questions. All righty. There was another question over here that I saw. I'm just trying to find it about med beds. That's a great, great question. Okay. I have my own thoughts on this, and I know that there are a lot of people that may disagree with me, but I do not buy into the narrative of there are free med beds coming to the world that the military is going to release and everybody's going to have free healing. And the reason why I don't buy into that, although I hope I'm wrong, But the reason why I don't buy into that is because think about what people are saying. You really think that the military industrial complex, the very thing that's here to try and keep you enslaved, is going to come and free you? No. What's going to come and free you is you. Now, what is a med bed? Well, I don't think anybody really knows. Right. So med beds have been this thing in movies that people see as like this bed that you walk into and it scans you and you come out scot-free and everything's great. And there's no such thing as something that can do that. And there never can be such thing as something that can do that because even if it heals you, it will only be temporary. Because just like I can't go to the bathroom for you, I can't heal you. It's up to your body if it chooses to heal itself. And there are certain technologies out there that are not released to the public that can do that to a very large degree, but it doesn't take away the part of the equation where you need to take responsibility and accountability for your own health. The way that I would define a med bed, because nobody really has a clear definition, is a technology that uses energy, frequency, and vibration to help the body heal itself, to create a more balanced environment to help the body do what it does best, which is heal itself. That's it. That means that many technologies out there today fit that category. The light system is one of them. Red light therapy is another. Cold plunges are another. Infrared sauna are another, and so on and so forth. So it's all about understanding what a med bed is and then fitting into the definition. But again, I do not come from the camp of, all these things where there's going to be the military releasing these technologies that have been suppressed forever, and they're going to do it for free, and you're all going to be healed. I think that we need to take responsibility for our own health. We need to take accountability for our own health. And we have to stop looking for a savior outside of us. Because when we keep looking for a savior outside of us, well, that just keeps externalizing our power. Now, somebody asked another question. Ida Budd asked for transformation event next year. Is this a new level for the ones who participated last year? So yes and no. Let's talk about that because this comes into the special announcement part of what we're actually doing here today. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to share my screen here. And I'm going to show you what we're doing because this is some really, really exciting and big news that is now here for everybody to be able to benefit from. It's happening in about 6 months from now in January of 2026. And it's directly connected to this really big event that I hosted in Orlando, Florida, back in March of 2024. Only now we're doing it even bigger in Miami, Florida, in January of 2026. And that thing is called Becoming Superhuman. The difference between last one and this one, while I will be sharing a lot of the same things, but going a little bit deeper, we have a special guest. And that special guest is Dr. Brian Ardis, and he will be there himself presenting every single day of the event, accessible to be able to ask questions. We're going to be doing some really, really incredible things. And what's fun over here is the fact that Dr. Brian Ardis is not just a regular doctor. The man is extraordinary in what he has done in the world and what he continues to do in the world. The man works in energetic realms in many different ways. He's an expert in helping you release trapped emotions. And one of the ways that we're going to be implementing that throughout the event is when I do my little interventions with people right there in person and we bring up the emotions, Dr. Brian Ardis is going to be the one to help bring it full circle. So beyond my intervention, he's going to bring it full circle to then say, let's release that trapped emotion and let's have you feel better for the rest of your life. Now, that is just a piece of what's going on here. It's happening January 16, 17, and 18. Early bird tickets are available first. Tickets become available in 10 days on July 1st at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And here's the kicker. There are only 444 spots available. And it's not something we made up. The place that we literally rented out has that exact amount of seats in the auditorium. 444 spots available, which is pretty awesome. So there is a wait list right now. So far, there's about 300 people on the wait list. And that's in the first day of announcing it just yesterday. So these tickets are going to go by fast. July 1st is when they become available. The first 444 people to get them are going to be the people that are going to be able to attend in person. But here's where it gets fun. The first 100 people are going to be entered into a raffle. And the first 100 people will be entered into a raffle to win for free a light system cube and a light system pyramid. Both of these are going to be given away as part of a raffle at the event for the first 100 people who receive or who get their tickets on July 1st. So make sure to be on this website, jasonchirka.com/superhuman if you want to learn more. You can scroll through the website to understand what it's all about. These are some pictures and media from the last event, which is very exciting. We do have a write-up on Dr. Brian Artis, the special guest himself. And of course, when you get your ticket on July 1st, it includes a 3-day ticket, a welcome package, lifetime access to all event recordings, light system access because a 32-unit light system will be there at the event throughout the entire 3 days that you guys are there. There's going to be a signed copy of 2 books. One book, my newest book called The Activation, which nobody has yet, and Dr. Brian Artis's best-selling book, and you guys can read the title because I'm not trying to get banned on this platform right now. There's also going to be aura photography before and after the event for you guys to be able to experience and have empirical evidence on how this event actually impacts you before and after. And of course, the Light System is sponsoring this event, so there will be some new technology experiences and next generation of wellness technology there for all of you to experience in person. You could read more about it. You could see the testimonials from people that came to the event in the past, which is very exciting. You could see some awesome people that have given quotes about this work, Damian Wynn, Danielle Page, and Tony Robbins himself. And there are some frequently asked questions here as well. So make sure to check it out. And most importantly, make sure to join the waitlist by clicking here, entering your email. And from there, there will be a notification that comes out to share information on when you can get your tickets, which is July 1st at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. The first 100 people have and will be entered into the raffle to get either a free light system pyramid or light system cube. And of course, the first 444 people as a whole to get their tickets are the only ones that will be able to be there in person on the ground for the event. So that's going to be really cool. And we are looking forward to it. I look forward to it greatly. Let's keep going. I'm looking over here. You know, I saw a question about building bunkers and what's going on in the world. So let's actually do that right now because I think this is an important thing to speak about. Without going, people are asking about the Middle East and the chaos and so on and so forth. And I'll tell you the truth, there's something interesting about this specific conflict. It's not about one side or another, it's about the world. And I know people make it political and whatnot, but my message is never that. My message is understanding the importance of sticking together as a whole, the importance of supporting what you want to see in this world. Do we want to see more things that keep us enslaved? Or do we want to see things that keep us more liberated and free? And this isn't about being Jewish or Muslim or anything like that. Ironically, and what's actually really interesting in this conflict is both the Israelis and the citizens of Iran are on the same page here. They both want to take down a power that's dangerous. This is not about one power over another. This is about the people against tyranny. And things like this need to be stopped. Now, how it's stopped is up to many other individuals. But there's a way that I always take. And it has nothing to do with war, violence, or anything like that, but everything to do with awareness and knowledge. Because at the end of the day, it has to do with how much people will comply with what certain authorities are telling them to do. And if people stand up, even in Iran, I mean, look at it. The regime is only so big. The people, you're talking 80, 90 million people. Those people outnumber certain tyrants. And just like I said in this country, if we stood up against our own tyrants in this country, in the United States of America, we would have been able to avoid a lot of problems in 2020, 2021, 2022, and beyond. Because we're still seeing the residue and the effects of that and the consequences of that today. Well, now The people of that country have the same opportunity. Stand up, make a change. It's not about what side you stand on. Are you pro humanity or not? That's really what's going on here. And unfortunately, in war, people die. And there's no way of going around that. But if we want to see a change in this world, if we want to see no more war, we need to unite. Not the powers with the planes and the bombs and the guns. The powers that don't need that to make a change. And that power is us, we the people. We got to stand up to make a change, and we got to do so in a unified manner. And that's what unified TV is all about. It's what unified healing is all about. It's what the unified organization is all about. It's about coming together to make a difference. So that's my message on that front. How long it's going to go on for, I don't know. Are people going to get hurt? Yes, that's what happens in war. Do we have the power to make a change out of this? Absolutely. And it's not about how big your bomb is. It's about how expanded your awareness and consciousness is. So keep that in mind. Now, a few more people are asking about the tickets and becoming superhuman and all that. So there is no price range for the ticket. There's one price early bird before it expands and increases. In the past, it was more expensive. It's now less expensive because we've changed a few things up. So in the past, it was about $2,500 a ticket for all 3 days. That included food and all that. Now it is just under $2,000, but that does not include food. So we took the food out. We allowed people to be able to go and do their own thing when it comes to food. And of course, focusing on the value of what people are actually getting out of this thing. I can tell you one thing. Whether that sounds like a decent price, a low price, or a high price for you, what I can tell you is there is no price that you can place on the potential that you have to expand into. And that's exactly what this event is going to be doing for you. Not just with myself, but with Dr. Brian Ardis. You cannot put a price tag on what your life would look like when you untrap and release certain trapped emotions within you. Because you can start any business at that point. You can fix a lot of problems in your life in that point. And it doesn't take years of therapy and all that. In this case, it is 3 days of focus, of presence, and of commitment. And if you're not willing to do that focus, present, and commitment, the event's not for you. But if you're ready to go all in and understand that this is going to be an intense time, it's going to be a very intense time, a time to dive very deep. If you're ready for that, then this is the event for you. But if you're not, don't waste your time and don't waste your money. You have to go all in and be ready to go all in and drop all your defenses and drop all your guards if you're ready to make this happen. That's what the event is all about. That's why it's called Becoming Superhuman. So what is that worth for you to become your own version of superhuman? And that's really what it comes down to. So with that, I'm going to start bringing this to a close. What I'd like to say is this. There are a lot of very, very, very exciting things in the pipeline. Very exciting things. Life has been an adventure over the past 12 months and will continue to be an adventure over the next however long this life continues to last. No matter what you're going through, we're all dealing with things. Instead of looking at your problems as problems and obstacles, look at them as challenges, opportunities. Face them head on and have a good time doing it. Because if you're already going through something, and we're all going through something, everybody in this chat today, everybody in this live stream today is going through something. Whatever you're going through, be excited that you receive the opportunity to face that thing head on. Instead of saying, why am I experiencing this? Why am I a victim to this? You're not. You're receiving a gift from God. You're receiving a gift from the divine. And the sooner you accept the receiving of that gift, the faster you will elevate to a higher level. Reframe your perspective and your relationship with hardships and obstacles. Turn them into challenges and opportunities, and it becomes a whole lot more fun. With that, I'd like to say thank you very much. Again, go to jasonshirka.com/superhuman to join the waitlist for this awesome event, Becoming Superhuman Miami, January 16 to 18, 2026. Join the waitlist 10 days, 21 hours, 20 minutes, and 18 seconds is when the portal opens, when the gates open to get your tickets. Tickets are 1997, 1997 all in for the event, 3 days. Make sure to read the frequently asked questions if you do have any questions. And of course, read everything on this page because it is awesome, it is exciting, and it is priceless. I look forward to experiencing this with each and every one of you in January, Miami, Florida, January 16, 17, and 18 with myself and Dr. Brian Artis. I will see you all there for the 444 of you that managed to actually get your tickets on July 1st. And of course, the first 100 of you that get your tickets will be able to enter and will be entered into a raffle to get either a free light system cube or a free light system pyramid. I look forward to sharing more with you. Thank you all very much. God bless you all and have a beautiful and restful and chargeable weekend ahead. God bless you all and thank you very much.